The Ten Commandments by Roderick C. Meredith, 10th edition, March 2021. The Sixth Commandment. This is an age of hate and violence. It is an age of intense competition, strife, and personal tensions. Individuals in all nations of the earth are conditioning their minds and consciences to the likelihood of wholesale murder and possibly world suicide. Naturally, this situation is devastating to the spiritual principles and ideals of our people. The effect of this is being felt now, even as you read this booklet. We have seen the blessings that come through awe and respect for the one true God, through reverencing His name and office, through hallowing His Sabbath day and keeping it in true knowledge of Him, and through honoring our fathers and mothers in their high office that directly reflects God's fatherhood and love for all creation. In all these commandments we have seen love, wisdom, and blessings, and so it is with the sixth commandment. Amid the thunder, lightning, and the literal shaking of Mount Sinai, God's voice thundered the sixth commandment. You shall not murder. Exodus 20:13. Biblical authorities agree that murder is more correct in the reading of the original Hebrew than the word kill, for it is possible to kill yet not murder. It is important to understand that only the letter of God's law was given to ancient Israel, whereas Christians are to live by the spirit and fullest intent of the law as magnified by Christ Himself. Under the original letter of the law, it was intentional killing or murder that was forbidden. Remember that in this same book of the covenant given to Israel, God commanded them to kill or execute those guilty of major crimes. Exodus 21:12 through 17. Also, the instructions in Numbers 35:9 through 34 show that accidental killing was not regarded as murder. Even here, though, manslaughter was obviously a terrible offense, and the careless or unwitting slayer had to remain in the city of a refuge for perhaps many years until the high priest died. Just as God commanded capital punishment for serious crimes under the letter of the law, so the commanded wars of Israel should be viewed not as an act of wholesale murder, but the carrying out of the divine will through human instruments. Notice in Deuteronomy 7:1 through 2 that God directly commanded Israel to exterminate the heathen tribes and the land of Canaan. This was not a humanly devised war, nor was it personal vengeance or malice. It was the express will of Almighty God who gives life, and who alone has the right to say when it shall be taken. Incidentally, it should be noted that the history at the time indicates that these nations occupying Canaan were absolutely wicked and extreme, burning alive their own children in human sacrifice to their pagan gods. This was part of the intelligent reason why the Creator ordered their extermination at the time. Notice that in all these cases where God permitted human beings to take a life, it was only as His agent, at His express will. His original purpose was that mankind should not learn to kill. And although it was permitted in certain circumstances to the carnal, unconverted people of Israel, we shall see that God is now developing His Spirit-begotten children in the character to love, to serve, and to save life, not to destroy it. The source of life. And then God said, "Let us make man in our image according to our likeness, and let them have dominion." Genesis 1:26. Man is given life by his Creator. He does not give it to himself, neither may he take it from himself or from others. Life is sacred because it is God-given. Mankind has been made in the very image and likeness of God. Of all the physical creations, only human beings have that type of mind that God possesses. God is the ruler of all that is. But out of the human flesh, He is forming literal sons who will someday share in that rule. So God said to So God said they were to have dominion. Human beings need experience in order to develop the character of God's purposes for us. Experience requires time, and human life consists of just so much time. God gave that life a supreme purpose of preparing another son to be in his kingdom and family forever. The giving of life, breath, and abilities includes all mankind. It is a most wonderful gift of which physical mankind has acknowledged. Taking of life ends all. It is cruelly and unexpectedly crushes all the hopes, dreams, and plans of the being made in the very image of the Creator himself. It is a wicked usurpation of the prerogative belonging to God alone, who gives life in the first place, and who alone has the authority to take it away. Job 1:21. That is why any form of murder is one of the 10 great sins. It is destroying the highest creation of Almighty God. In effect, it is an attempt to thwart the very purposes of the great sovereign ruler of the universe. The giver of all life is God, and puny, mortal human beings have no business whatsoever interfering with God's greatest gift.